At some point in our lives, we all encounter the need to start something new. Whether it's a new creative project, a new hobby, a new job, or even all of them combined. But there's a big gap between intent and action, between imagining how the future will be, and preferably for the better, and taking daily actions to make this vision a reality. So why is it so damn difficult to start something new? And how do we overcome it? In this video I'll be sharing my experience of starting a new chapter of my life, this YouTube channel. The idea first crossed my mind a few months ago, and at that moment I could not believe I haven't thought this before. I grew up consuming content on this platform, and I remember as a teenager I would sit day and night watching funny cut videos and people trying to imitate Jackass. Today, after much evolution, both of the platform and of my own, YouTube has become my main learning tool and where I get most of my information. So I did the most obvious thing I could do. I searched the platform for answers, which led me to what I like to call the rabbit hole of resistance. The first thing I learned is that I drastically lacked technical abilities to make this vision a reality. Headlines like "Top beginner mistakes and best gear and equipment" caused me to doubt my own ability and get lost in the complexity of it all. As time went by, the initial drive I had began to fade, and I started hearing my inner critic knocking at the door, asking me questions like, why should I even do this? Or what will everyone think of me? This endless questioning eventually made me wonder, why even bother? Resistance has made its move, and I was too blind to see. The term resistance as a mythical concept was first coined by the American novelist Steven Pressfield in his 2002 book, The War of Art. In the book, Pressfield described resistance as a force that you can't see or feel, but it will stop you from doing any creative endeavor by any means necessary. At that point I realized I was using my lack of knowledge as an excuse to procrastinate and not taking the actions I actually need to take to move forward. A conflict has been developing between who I am today and who I want to be in the future. Instead of thus starting to do the things I needed to do, my mind was looking for excuses to avoid the risks of actually moving forward. I felt overwhelmed by familiar feelings of regret from the past, horrors of how the world would judge me, intertwined with the realization that maybe who I am today is no longer enough. By learning and exploring, I was creating an illusion of progress that undermined my efforts and actually slowly chipped away on the most valuable resource we have in the world, time. My inability to meaningfully act was not due to not setting proper goals or bad time management. It was much deeper than that. I could not regulate my emotions. I was scared of change, judgment, and the future. So what do we do to overcome our most basic instincts? To stand our ground where the only option seems like running away. There is a quote I read a while back by the Canadian clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson. It goes like this: use fear and reward to motivate yourself. You want to have your fears behind you, pushing you, and the reward and your idea in front of you, pulling you forward. Peterson proposes that asking ourselves what we should do or not do is an insufficient form of analysis. We should also ask ourselves and weigh the pros and cons of not doing the things that we want to do. Having a vision and setting goals is not enough. We should also create an inverted vision of our lives when we don't follow our instincts and do the things we want to do. In essence, we're going to suffer either way. If we do the things we want to do, we will be met with fear, and if we don't, we will be met with regret. Essentially, this means to pick your poison. The first Matrix film portrays this beautifully by offering its main character Neo a choice. Take the red pill and face the truth of the world and also of your potential in it. Or take the blue pill and stay as you are now, ignorant and content. So what do you choose? The truth is, my stomach is turning and my hands are shaking. But as much as I'm scared of sitting here in front of you, this camera, lights, and whatever, I'm petrified of not trying at all. Thank you for investing your time in watching this video. If you can relate to the feelings of struggles that I felt, let me know in the comment section below. How did you handle them when facing your own struggles, if at all? Until next time, bye bye.